Now at 11. Making it official.
Hereby declaring him the Republican nominee.
President Trump clinches his party's nomination and names his running mate.
Senator J.D. Vance has the overwhelming support of this convention to be the next Vice President of the United States.
In the aftermath of the attempt on his life, we're following the investigation in Pennsylvania and the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Live team coverage starts now.
And we do have a lot to get to tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
And I'm David Ushery. 2 days after his political rally ended abruptly in gunfire, former President Donald Trump made his first public appearance since that shooting at the Republican National Convention, taking the stage just hours after securing his party's presidential nomination and officially naming his running mate. We have team coverage tonight on all the headline-making moments from the convention's first day, starting with Government Affairs reporter Melissa Russo reporting live in Milwaukee. Melissa.
Yeah, David, wearing a bandage on his ear, an emotion on his face, Donald Trump received a huge ovation here in this convention arena tonight. People wiping tears and supporters chanting "fight," a reference to what Donald Trump himself said after getting back up on his feet at that rally after the shooting on Saturday.
Please welcome the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Republicans jubilant tonight when Donald Trump showed up in the convention hall. It was the former president's first public appearance since he was shot 2 days ago. His presence tonight turbocharging already re-energized Republicans who cheered on their new ticket.
We are here tonight for one purpose.
Trump chose J.D. Vance as VP nominee, a 39-year-old venture capitalist, telegenic best-selling author, and conservative junior senator from Ohio.
Are we ready to nominate a vice president?
Vance will deliver his acceptance speech here Wednesday night at a convention now indelibly marked by Saturday's shooting.
On Saturday, the devil came to Pennsylvania holding a rifle, but an American lion got back up on his feet and he roared. Oh yeah, he roared.
Let us please take a moment of silence to reflect on the terrible events that took place in Butler, Pennsylvania, and to pray for the victims and their families.
I'm really grateful that we started the day off in prayer, and I do feel like the events, while they were horrific, they did also galvanize people with their support behind Trump.
Former President Trump has pledged to use this moment to unify Americans.
He is in a position to do it, particularly after he was shot at and wounded.
We must stand together.
But while the campaigns paused their bitter attacks after Saturday's deadly shooting, some of the Biden bashing was back.
This is the man responsible for your family's home economy. He can't even walk up steps or put on his own coat.
Our prosperity, our security, our safety, each diminished, all in decline, just like the man in the Oval Office.
And David and Natalie, for what it's worth, tonight was the first time we saw that bandage on the president's right ear. Video of him shot by his campaign and released in the past couple of days was shot from the left side, so you couldn't see the bandage. But what his supporters say was most important about what he showed tonight and over the past couple of days was strength. That's the latest live in Milwaukee at the convention tonight. Melissa Russo, News 4, New York.
Melissa, thank you for your live coverage. You mentioned J.D. Vance. We're shedding light tonight on the meteoric rise of the Ohio senator, a political newcomer and former Trump critic, now the former president's new running mate. News 4's Andrew Siff continuing our coverage from Milwaukee with more on the first-term lawmaker turned vice presidential nominee.
The crowd chanted his name, J.D. Vance, the 39-year-old senator from Ohio. author of the best-selling book Hillbilly Elegy, now on the ticket with Donald Trump as the vice presidential nominee.
The Republican nominee for Vice President of the United States.
The pick wasn't a surprise, but it seemed to please delegates, including some from New York.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, he's a young individual. As a young Republican myself, we need youth in politics, and so hopefully he'll kind of inspire a generation of new people to get into politics, especially young people like myself.
I think it's exciting. I think that it'll create a good balance to the ticket. I think he's an extremely intelligent, well-spoken gentleman, and I think that he's going to bring that youthful enthusiasm to the ticket that will really balance out.
But while Vance may be young, some of his older views might surprise some voters. First, he used to be a fierce Trump critic.
I'm a never Trump guy.
Soon to become one of Trump's most loyal supporters.
I was wrong about Donald Trump. I didn't think he was going to be a good president, Brett. He was a great president.
On the issues, Vance is known as an economic populist, even favoring higher taxes on big corporations, something voters tend to like. But on foreign policy, he favors an extremely conservative view known as America First, opposing aid to Ukraine. Vance is also strictly anti-abortion, with no exceptions. And he also supported Trump's assertion there were irregularities in the 2020 election that should have been sent back to the states. Top Democrat Hakeem Jeffries writing on social media, J.D. Vance will not unify us. He's an election-denying MAGA extremist, another missed opportunity to bring America together. J.D. Vance will get a chance to answer those criticisms and share his vision for the country when he addresses this convention on Wednesday night. In Milwaukee, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Let's turn now to the newest information about the security response to this weekend's attempt on Donald Trump's life. The NBC affiliate in Pittsburgh is reporting local officers at the campaign rally were aware of and looking for the would-be assassin nearly 30 minutes prior to him opening fire on the former president. News 4's Chris Glorioso reports on this stunning twist and what we still don't know.
In Butler County, Pennsylvania, federal investigators spent part of Monday grid searching near the Trump rally grandstand and intensifying their focus on this adjacent building, a commercial warehouse scaled by 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks before he opened fire on the former president at Saturday's event.
As soon as Secret Service pounced on him, I couldn't see his face, but I could see his hand, and I could see blood on it. And dear God, please don't let him get hit.
Though Trump narrowly survived the botched assassination of former volunteer fire chief Corey Comparator died, struck in the head as he shielded his family from the bullets. Two others, David Dutch and James Copenhaver, survived with serious gunshot injuries.
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service.
Tonight, in an interview with ABC, the director of the Secret Service called the security gap unacceptable, but also said there were local police personnel inside the building while the shooter was on the roof. Meanwhile, according to NBC affiliate WPXI in Pittsburgh, local law enforcement shared a photo of the would-be assassin on that roof 26 minutes before he was taken out by a federal agent. How did he get to the roof? Still unclear, but two senior officials now tell NBC the shooter had a receipt for the purchase of a ladder in his pocket. Emerging as key pieces of evidence in this case, videos taken by spectators who gathered on the outside of this fence line near that building. You can see the investigators over there. They were the ones who reported the shooter on the rooftop and called out to police for help.
He's on the roof! He's right! We have people that right here, right on the roof!
One video shows Crooks moving along the rooftop as people are getting worried below. Another, obtained by TMZ, shows the panic and fear when gunfire erupts. The Butler County Sheriff has said a local cop did make it to the roof to confront the shooter, but had to take cover when the shooter turned his rifle on him. The building now at the center of controversy, owned by a company called AGR, a testing and design lab for glass containers. News 4 tracked down the company's former CEO, who said he didn't recall any ladders to the roof.
Are there any security cameras on that building to your recollection? No. No security cameras.
About an hour south of the crime scene, the FBI spent the day probing deeper into the shooter's past, searching his Bethel Park home and his cell phone, finding more than a dozen other guns, but no clear motive for trying to kill a former president. From Butler County, Pennsylvania, Chris Glorioso, News 4 New York.
Tonight, in an exclusive one-on-one interview with NBC's Lester Holt, President Biden said he and the First Lady were praying for the former president after Saturday's shooting. He said he spoke directly with Mr. Trump and expressed his concerns. Mr. Biden also acknowledged that he chose his words poorly, he says, last week when he said, quote, "It's time to put Trump in the bullseye."
He said he was fine. I mean, focus on him. Focus on what he's doing. Focus on his policies. Focus on the number of lies he told in the debate.
As for President Biden's own debate performance and concerns about his ability to handle a second term, the president insisted once again that he has no plans to quit the race, saying he should be judged on his accomplishments, not his age.
I want to talk about our other big story, the weather out there as the dangerous heat continues to seize the tri-state once again. Temperatures expected to top 90 degrees tomorrow, marking the third heat wave this season. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Janice Huff timing out how long we have to wait for relief, Janice.
Oh, a couple more days, Natalie. And tomorrow may be the hottest of them all, into the mid-90s. Right now, it feels like it's in the mid-90s in Newark. They have a heat index of 94 out there right now. Feels like 89 in the city, 80s and 90s unless you're right at the coast. It is really warm out there. We've got some showers to the north of New York City right now. A couple of thunderstorms up near Kingston, Ulster County. Nothing severe, though. Those will be moving on pretty soon. It should stay away from the city. Hour by hour forecast for this evening. 86 feels like 89 in Midtown. A few clouds. Like I said, some showers to the north, but very warm overnight in the upper 70s to near 80. And this is what it'll feel like in the morning. 83 at 6 a.m. By 10 a.m., it feels like the 90s. And by noon, 100 degrees to 103, maybe 105 throughout the day. Excessive heat warnings south and west of the city in New Jersey. A heat advisory for the city and everywhere else. And another chance, a risk for severe thunderstorms tomorrow. This one more prevalent and may reach the city in the afternoon. And then we'll see the cool down by Thursday. We'll talk more about that in the 10-day forecast coming up. Back to you.
Okay, Janice, thank you. We still have a lot to get to at 11, including the tragedy involving the extreme heat and an infant in New Jersey.
Plus, New York City's response to a recent series of drownings, the potentially life-saving program that's now in place.
And later, it wasn't the flips or the drops, the real scare for one family on this roller coaster.
Biking is how I start my day, and I need to know what the weather is really going to be like.
I get it. I want to avoid the rain when I hit the trails. Count on me for the most accurate forecast.
And count on me, the traffic geek, to get you where you're going.
Be prepped and ready with Today in New York.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Sign and Drive is here. Current eligible Buick or GMC lessees get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2024 Encore GX Preferred for around $327 per month with zero due at signing.
It's summertime in New York State. Time to get away. Enjoy everything that makes it easy to love New York. Start your getaway at iloveny.com.
At Spectrum, we know that internet is a vital tool to help you fulfill your dreams.
My dream is to become a video game developer.
My dream is to get my online college degree. That's why Spectrum has affordable solutions to keep you connected. At Spectrum, we are committed to delivering reliable, affordable internet and unlimited mobile to keep you connected to what matters most to you.
Discover the Genesis Signature Event. Get 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on the G70 and GV80, exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Tonight, Jimmy has Natalie Portman and Julio Torres all playing catchphrase.
In Star Wars, the big phrase in Star Wars.
Plus, Trump picks his VP.
Vance is an Ivy League educated attorney. Trump got a VP and a lawyer for the price of one.
Tonight.
New at 11 tonight, police say a 27-year-old man was shot to death in Brooklyn this evening. This is Citizen app video that shows police responding to the scene on Franklin Avenue in Bed-Stuy. Investigators say that victim was shot in the chest, then rushed to the hospital where he later died. There are no arrests at this time.
In New Jersey, a 2-month-old baby was found dead after being left alone in a hot car. Law enforcement sources telling News 4 it happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon in Lakewood. The baby was found in the parking lot during a gathering. There is an active investigation now, but no arrests have been made at this time.
A shark sighting forced an evacuation at Lido Beach on Long Island.
I heard the whistle blowing, and I thought it was first because of the undertone. But then I realized that it could have been sharks.
It's their property. We're just there visiting. That's how I look at it. So, you got to be careful.
Officials say it was indeed a shark, that it was roughly 7 feet long, swimming about 25 feet away from the shore. People were allowed back in the water once the lifeguards were able to verify that the coast was clear. The beach set to reopen tomorrow. Dave.
Natalie, sharks aren't the only danger at area beaches as the extreme heat drives people across the tri-state to the shore. The water itself is proving perilous, especially for those who can't swim. Tonight, News 4's Ida Siegel shows us how the city's now offering training that it hopes will save lives.
At the beach on Coney Island tonight, the lifeguards were off duty by 6. But on this sweltering night, some swimmers ventured into the water many hours later. Officials say that's part of the reason this summer has been particularly deadly.
At this type of weather, people's going to go to the beaches regardless of what you tell them. But I still think that the Parks Department should enforce stricter rules to get people out of the water, being that the lifeguards leave at 6 o'clock. 2
teenage sisters recently drowned swimming after hours here in Coney Island. 2 weeks before that, a couple of teenage boys drowned at Jacob Riis Park in Queens. While officials brainstorm ways to keep people safe in the water, some local leaders have launched a program they hope will lead to a solution. The second graders in this pool are getting free swimming lessons as part of a pilot program called Wave Makers. Their aim is to eventually teach every New York City kid how to swim.
Every 1 out of 4 New York City children does not know how to swim. And the statistics are even worse for communities of color, like right here in Jackson Heights.
Where's the bottom of the kickboard?
108 kids are signed up for lessons here in Jackson Heights, but soon kids will be getting lessons all over the city.
Swimming lessons are expensive, but there are also not a lot of pools nearby, and this is the only pool in the neighborhood.
And though the kids are having fun, they know the stakes are high.
I think it's important how to swim because it's a life skill, because if you're going to end up drowning, you need to learn life skills.
Parks officials have posted signs all over the boardwalk to make sure people know the rules, especially on a hot night like tonight when it's tempting to take that plunge, even though the lifeguards are no longer on duty. Reporting from Coney Island, Ida Siegel, News 4, New York.
So timely right now as we toss things over. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Janice Huff. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Natalie. Yes, it's warm out there now. Even the sun's down. The city's holding on to the heat with temperatures in the 80s and some spots feeling like the 90s even tonight. Well, the dangerous heat stays with us at least another couple more days. We've got thunderstorms that may be severe in the area tomorrow and even Wednesday, but we're finally seeing an improvement on Thursday. A front comes through and drops the humidity. The dew points go from 71 on Wednesday to 59 on Friday. This is far more comfortable for us for sure. Drier air. And look at the difference in what it will feel like. Over 100 degrees tomorrow and Wednesday, but then feeling like the 80s starting on Thursday. And that should last for a little while. Right now it's 86 in the city. Feels like it's close to 90 degrees. It's pretty muggy out there. Feels like 94 in Newark. Point Pleasant Beach feels like 93. 81 is your feels like temperature in White Plains. To the north of the city, there's a cluster of thunderstorms we've been following snowing all afternoon long, moving across upstate New York. That did cause some severe weather damage there, but not here. Kingston, Poughkeepsie, though, getting some downpours. There's some lightning here down towards Newburgh and Warsing, but nothing severe, thank goodness, in the area right now. But earlier today, numerous reports across upstate New York, parts of Pennsylvania, and even here we had a big thunderstorm, one lone storm that moved through parts of Connecticut, Bedford, Connecticut, trees and wires down there from the storm earlier today, and lots of wind damage upstate. Well, the cluster that's over us now moves on. By tomorrow morning, we are drying out. We've got some sunshine, but it's another hot day, hotter than today. Thunderstorms pop up around 2:30 in the afternoon at the Jersey Shore, and then a line develops tomorrow night between 9 and 11 o'clock. That moves through, and then we're dry until Wednesday afternoon, another cluster. And within all of these, there could be some severe storms with damaging winds and large hail. And we're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rain out of that. And so the severe risk tomorrow could be isolated anywhere in the tri-state, but more likely to the north and west. And of course, we have all the heat alerts remain in effect through Wednesday. We don't start to really cool down until Thursday. Tonight is warm. Tomorrow's another hot day. Could be the hottest so far this year for some areas, and another scorcher on Wednesday. Our exclusive 10-day forecast, here it is. Big difference by Thursday. Finally, some relief. Low humidity, lower temperatures, highs in the 80s through Friday through the weekend. We don't see any 90s for a while, and that's some good news. Back to you.
All right, Janice, thank you. Summer makes us think baseball, though.
Yes, it does, especially tonight.
Yeah.
Could Pete Alonso do what only Ken Griffey Jr. has done, win his third home run derby? Coming up in sports, the polar bear was all smiles coming into the event and received some terrific applause from the crowd. But would they be cheering later in the night? We've got the highlights of Pistol Pete in Texas in a moment.
Actor and filmmaker Viggo Mortensen. A look inside his new Western film. Plus, Latin Grammy winner Pepe Aguilar and American gymnast Brody Malone. Next, Kelly.
Tomorrow at 3 on NBC for New York.
Make this a summer to share in the 3-row Kia Sorento, the tech-forward Sportage, the available all-wheel drive Seltos, or the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Telluride, each one recommended by Consumer Reports. This summer, visit your local Kia dealer. Lease the new 2024 Sorento LX for $289 a month.
Are you looking for the perfect summer getaway? Look no further than Nassau County, Long Island. With miles of beautiful beaches, historic landmarks, fine dining, world-class shopping, and endless entertainment options, Nassau County has something for everyone. Visit our white sandy beaches, golf at some of the best courses in the world, or shop until you drop. You won't be disappointed. To learn more about our amazing destination, go to nassaucountyny.gov/visit Nassau. Plan your trip today.
Nassau County, golden coast to coast.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Current eligible GMC lessees can get this low-mileage lease on this 2024 Sierra Elevation for around $389 per month. We are professional-grade GMC.
The Outsiders is the Tony Award winner for Best Musical. Critics have called it more pulse-pounding than anything on Broadway, and the best new musical of the season. The Outsiders, on Broadway. Get tickets today.
You may come from a plug family, and I come from a no-plug family, but one day, our great families will come together in marriage.
There's an electrified vehicle for everyone to fall in love with. Get offers on select models at the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event.
Get special offers on select Lexus RZ models.
A parent's worst fear coming true at SeaWorld in San Diego.
Selena Higgins said that she and her daughter were riding the electric eel roller coaster when the safety latch came up. Yeah, that terrifying moment was captured on video. Thankfully, Higgins said she was able to secure the belt and exit the ride safely. But she said when she went to report the malfunction, she was dismissed by several employees, including a manager who directed her to a disclaimer and had security escort her off the property.
And shockingly, I said, does this disclaimer explain that the comfort straps are optional? Because if it does, then please, I have no case here. And then he laughed and said, I don't think so.
Okay, there's a closer look at the moment. If you see the strap, it appears. After the incident, Higgins reached out to federal safety authorities, made a viral post urging people to speak up about similar incidents. In a statement, SeaWorld said that we take safety very seriously and understand the guests' concern, but says this was not a safety issue. The park said the latch that flew up was a comfort collar intended for comfort and not restraint. They said the lap bar remained secure the entire ride.
We'll be right back with Bruce Beck and sports highlights.
Closed captioning provided by Toyota. Let's go,
Sons. Where are they?
Today's backyard is so much more. A home office, kitchen, and a staycation.
So make yours spectacular with Cambridge. Our unique Armortech process keeps colors rich and they'll stay beautiful for years to come.
You'll never want to leave.
With Armortech, your outdoor dreams come true.
News 4 New York, live at the RNC all this week.
Big news in this last hour.
Our team of reporters, together with NBC News, giving you the most in-depth coverage. Every moment, every development, live as it happens. Stay with News 4 New York.
If you're wondering, should I get my COVID shot? Think about other people. Set a date to get your COVID shot and RSV if eligible. Learn more at nj.gov/health/vaccines.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Adventure big in a Ford Bronco. Bring it all with the capability of Ford F-150 and the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Or go hands-free on the highway with Ford Blue Cruise. Available on select vehicles, including Explorer. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event. So make it yours. Make it now at your Ford dealer today.
Hi. Deprioritized. But it's a work call. Oh, a work call? Deprioritized.
T-Mobile home internet relies on cell phone towers, so when their network gets busy,
not the fridge, come on.
You can be deprioritized.
It's too bad, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Forget T-Mobile cell phone internet. Get home internet that puts you first. Get Spectrum.
The Spectrum Sports Desk is brought to you by Spectrum, with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and free unlimited mobile line, both free for 12 months.
Sports Bruce Beck joining us now once again. And Bruce, always such a fun event tonight.
It really is. The anthem might have started a little shaky, but then the event was great. It's All-Star Week in Major League Baseball. And tonight, the always entertaining Home Run Derby took center stage in Arlington, Texas. Pete Alonso of the Mets striving for his third title in the event. Unfortunately, the polar bear struggled. He only cranked 12 homers in the first round, the second fewest of the 8 competitors. Still, the 29-year-old slugger was all smiles despite failing to advance to the semifinals. The finals featured Teoscar Hernandez and Bobby Witt Jr. Hernandez went first and blasted 14 homers. Bobby Witt Jr. had a chance to tie, but on his final swing, he comes up a few feet short as he loses 14-13. Hernandez of the Dodgers captures the trophy and the $1 million first prize. Meanwhile, the Mets currently occupy the third and final wild card spot in the National League. But Alonso's future remains a mystery. He's a free agent after this season. And Pistol Pete said today he doesn't want to get traded at the deadline.
There's a lot that could happen, and whatever the front office and ownership decides to do, that's their prerogative. But for me, like, my job is to do whatever I can to help win ball games every single day. And super happy to be a Met, super proud to be a Met. And again, like it's just been awesome. I'd love to stay, and I don't want to get traded. Like I love it. It's home.
Aaron Judge is an all-star for the 6th time. He'll start in center field and bat cleanup in front of Juan Soto tomorrow night. I know Yankees fans are on edge after a turbulent stretch, but the Bombers are currently tied for the 2nd most wins in baseball, and the captain isn't panicking.
People on the outside, I think people asking us questions are the ones that, they got to ask those questions. They got to doubt. They got to bring up stories. So I think everybody in our clubhouse has had the faith in us, and if you would have asked us, whatever our record is right now, if you would have asked us out of spring training, if we would have taken that, I think a lot of people would have signed up for that, plus more. So we're a great ball club. We're in a great position to go out there and do our thing in the second half.
Both of those power hitters are easy to root for. In NBA news, the Knicks signed backup guard Cameron Payne to a 1-year deal. Meanwhile, Team USA basketball is tuning up for the Paris Olympics. Today in Abu Dhabi, the U.S. took on Australia. Timberwolves superstar Anthony Edwards was inserted into the starting lineup and showed some fire. Here he gets the hoop and the harm. Ant-Man scored 14 points. Early in the 4th quarter, LeBron James finds his Lakers teammate Anthony Davis for an open 3. AD had 17 points and 14 rebounds as Team USA wins at 98-92. They will face Serbia on Wednesday. Yes, the countdown is on to Paris. The opening ceremony is just 11 days away. I have a lot of homework still to do. We'll be right back.
Get into an Audi and go your own way. Find your way to exceptional offers during the Summer of Audi sales event at your local Audi dealer.
Popeyes has the best of both wings. Our juicy chicken is marinated to perfection with 2 distinct twists on all 6 flavors. Whether you prefer our spicy bone-in wings or our classic tender white meat boneless wings, we've got the best of both.
Got that chicken from Popeyes.
Ready?
The power of sanctuary. Discover it for yourself at the Lincoln Summer Invitation. Lease the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus Premier for $529 a month for 36 months with $5,201 cash due at signing.
At National Floors Direct, we make it simple. We give you 3 rooms of carpet, next day installation, padding, everything for just $1088 with no interest for a full year. Call National Floors Direct, 888-400-FLOOR. We'll bring the store to your door.
Hurry in to the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
Are you looking for the perfect summer getaway? Look no further than Nassau County, Long Island. With miles of beautiful beaches, historic landmarks, fine dining, world-class shopping, and endless entertainment options, Nassau County has something for everyone. Visit our white sandy beaches, golf at some of the best courses in the world, or shop until you drop. You won't be disappointed. To learn more about our amazing destination, go to nassaucountyny.gov/visit Nassau. Plan your trip today.
Nassau County, golden coast to coast.
Get into an Audi and go your own way. Find your way to exceptional offers during the Summer of Audi sales event at your local Audi dealer.
And here's our exclusive 10-day forecast, and the heat goes on. 95 tomorrow will feel like 105 in the city. Everybody take care. There'll be some thunderstorm chances late in the afternoon, evening, again on Wednesday, and then we got a break Thursday with highs in the 80s.
Okay. Got to get through it. Thank you, Janice. That'll do it for News 4 New York at 11. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
Today, New York starts at 4:30 a.m. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.